Hi, this is King of Review. Here we need to expand x minus 3 raised to the fourth power, meaning x minus 3 times x minus 3 times x minus 3 times x minus 3, 4 times. Now we could actually multiply all this out, but that would be very time consuming and it would be easy to make a small mistake somewhere. A shortcut is to use what's called the binomial theorem, which you can see in all four answer choices. Notice that all four choices look very, very similar. That's because they all attempt to follow the binomial theorem. The binomial theorem says that if we have a binomial, two terms like x and minus 3, raised to some power, then the coefficients can be given by these expressions which refer to the mathematical idea of combinations. How many combinations are possible when choosing, for example, 1 out of 4 possibilities. So the binomial theorem says that if we're raising something to the fourth power, we will have 5 total terms in our answer. The first term's coefficient will be 4 choose 0, the next term will be 4 choose 1, and then 4 choose 2, 4 choose 3, and 4 choose 4. We don't really need to worry about those anymore since those terms appear entirely in all of our answer choices. So those are the coefficients though, those just end up being numbers. We need to now worry about the x's and the negative 3's. The rest of the binomial theorem says this. The first term in the binomial, x, in the first term of our answer has x to the power of 4, whatever power you're raising the binomial to. In the second term, that power goes down by 1. In the next term, it goes down by 1 again, down by 1 again, and you should end at the power 0. The second term in the binomial, in this case negative 3, goes in reverse. It starts by being raised to the 0, then goes up to 1, and then up to 2, up to 3, and finally up to 4, the number we were raising the original binomial to. And all 5 of these terms are merely added together. Now notice there's a big difference between what I have written here and these answer choices, and that is I have negative 3's in parentheses, whereas these all have positive 3's. Notice that some of them have negative signs in between the terms, which means we need to figure out what happens when you raise a negative number to each of the various powers we're raising our negative 3 to. Let's see, in this first term, negative 3 to the 0 power is just 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1, so this will just go away. In the second term, negative 3 to the first power is negative 3. We can bring the negative to the front of this term and make it x to the third times 3. So already, choices A and D are looking good because those are the ones that have a negative sign in front of the second term. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9, so this term will remain positive. And now we don't need negative 3 anymore, we can just make it positive 3 because we know it will become positive. Negative 3 to the third power will be a negative to an odd exponent is negative, so this next term will be negative. And again, I can now just make it a positive 3 in parentheses because I've dealt with the negative sign already. And a negative to an even number will end up being a positive, just like negative 3 squared. So I believe this is exactly what answer choice, answer choice D looks exactly like this. The only difference is that there's no x in the final term, but that's because x to the 0 is 1, so I could have just left that out entirely. So answer choice D is it. Thanks for watching.